Okay, so we'll do a final one now in the last quadrant, or the fourth quadrant. So we have 1 minus I. So 1 minus I is over 1 and down 1 on your real and imaginary axis. And we'll just draw our complex number, and that'll be the length of it there. Now again, our angle theta starts here at the positive sense of the x-axis and goes right around to here. But again, we'll actually find alpha in our triangle. Okay, so alpha will be again the opposite over the adjacent, which will be the imaginary over the real. So the length of our complex number is r equals the square root of 1 squared plus minus 1. Again, remember, only taking the number in front of the I and squaring them, just Pythagoras' theorem, but you're using it for distances. And then when we work this out in our calculator, we get r is equal to root 2. Okay, so our alpha then. So alpha is going to work out to be the inverse tan of the absolute value of the imaginary, which is minus 1 over 1. Again, the number in front of the imaginary part, not the actual I. So that's inverse tan of 1, which is pi over 4. Okay, so we need to move that then into the fourth quadrant. So that's the red angle found, so we need to find the blue angle. Okay, so what we do is we go the whole way around the circle, which would be 2 pi, and we subtract off theta, the red part that we don't require. So that's pi over 4. So we have 2 pi, which will be, that'll be 8 pi over 4, minus pi over 4, which would be 7 pi over 4. Okay, your calculator will do that calculation anyway, if you're not too sure. So that would mean that 1 minus I in polar form is root 2 times the cos of 7 pi over 4 minus I sine 7 pi over 4. Okay, so then on our calculator, again, shift pol 1 comma minus 1, close it up, equals. Now again, we get our r there that doesn't look too pleasant, and again a theta that doesn't look too pleasant, so we'll recall those. Shift recall x, and we get our root 2, which is what we need. And then we'll go shift recall y, and we press equals, and we get our minus angle, okay, which is starting and going clockwise around the x-axis. So we'll just add 2 pi to that, and we get out our 7 pi over 4.